The manipulation of gravity and gravity fields under magnetic influence. There are several options available to us. There is a magnetic field which will produce a donut ring, which will be your normal magnetic field of north and south. There is also another magnetic field which is a round orb magnetic field, where it isn't a donut, but it's just a full-blown round orb, and it just holds a volume of its own magnetic field. Because gravity will comply to a magnetic field, it means that we can manipulate the volume of gravity to fit either a donut magnetic field or a round orb magnetic field, and be able to fill both options of these fields in gravity. If it's in the ship, a donut shape would be able to be run around the ship and tailor the gravity to fit into places like corridors and things. If you wanted overall gravity though in the ship, then you would go for the round orb, which would be a magnetic field which would produce a round orb, and then the gravity would be placed inside the round orb. Now gravity, depending on the volume of the mass, will tailor itself to its environment. So the center, you will have a heavier gravity, and as you move further out, the lighter the gravity becomes, until eventually you leave the gravity field and you end up in space. You then have gravitational effects in space, so particles and objects would be able to bounce and ricochet off the field, depending on the volume of the size of the particles or the objects in space. Also, depending on the gravitational effect, would also help with the deflection of objects away from the ship. Now, if you're traveling at speed and you have your shielding up and you have your gravity in place, then if you can extend your gravity to the outside of the ship, so it goes through the hull and to the outside circumference of a ship, to a radial diameter, anything that comes in that doesn't get deflected by the magnetic shield would be interfered with because of the gravitational pull. Now, if it's a mild light gravity, it will be enough possibly for it to basically deflect an object or particles without it actually hitting the ship. Because there is because the object would be coming at you at speed, then it would either be deflected by the magnetic field, or it would actually be manipulated by light gravity. And light gravity would definitely cause a small object of weight to perform in different manners. And if the object that it's hitting is moving forward, then you've got two forces. You've got the force of the object coming in, then you've got the low gravity field, then you have the effect of the low gravity field on the object, and then you've got the movement of the ship. So the ship itself would possibly ricochet the object away from it without it actually hitting the actual shell of the ship. So these fields of protection and defense could be tailored in quadrants to the north and south, east and west, and build yourself an area of density of either light gravity or heavy gravity. And through testing, we would find out which would be the best for a deflective shield that includes a magnetic field of either a round orb or a donut shape. So we'll leave it there.